Why do you consider looks over personality? It's not one over the other, it's the combination. You can have a great personality, if I'm not sexually attracted to you, which in itself is the combination and not just looks. What's the point of a relationship other than a friendship? I don't, but I do notice them first. I haven't met anyone with a happy and peaceful life who actually does this. I have met people who are worried they aren't attractive for some reason, and they get preoccupied with the idea of the world using looks alone as a sorting hat. Both are important. Someone else pointed out that people notice looks first, which is true. In my case, I've met attractive people I was interested in at first, but their personality became a huge turn off. It's easy to notice someone getting a lot of initial attention and assume things keep working out like that for them. Due to some basic principles of human psychology, holding a belief like people only care about looks actually sets a person up to surround themselves with people who actually do this, and it repels the people who don't. A great resource for recovery from this is HealthyGamerGG. They have a YouTube channel and other platforms. Without looks, there is no basis for getting to know the personality. Personally, I consider looks first, not over personality. I go for guys I find attractive, but if an attractive guy has a shitty personality, I'm not interested anymore. To put it simply, a less attractive guy with a nice personality is better than an attractive guy with a shitty personality. That said, a great personality can turn a 5 into a 10, while a trash personality can make a 10 look like yesterday's leftovers. So yeah, both are important, but looks are usually the opening act in this show we call dating. Some will use looks as that initial condition because of the idea of what you see is what you get. It's just easier, faster, though not necessarily better, for the brain to categorize and evaluate. So, personality comes second because that takes longer to discover and evaluate. Personally, I avoid doing that. If you're distracted by looks, it can be a nasty surprise to find out someone good-looking is actually an awful person, even though common sense suggests that anyone, including physically attractive people, can be awful. Instead, I just try to get to know people as friends first, and then maybe genuinely find myself attracted to them later on. Looks get my attention. I'm not a mind reader. And yes, I talked to many average-looking women that ended up wanting to date me, and like they have sweet personalities. Their looks aren't what I was looking for. Yes, it's bad. Yes, I'm a douche. Yes, I'm too picky. But hey, gotta have villains in the world, I guess, lol. Looks are personality to an extent. Some people have glandular issues or whatever, but for the most part, if you are overweight, it's because you're a lazy, undisciplined person who took poor care of your body. Besides that, ugly people are unpleasant to look at. They are hard to be aroused by because they are objectively unarousing. People can have ugly personalities, but most of them don't. It doesn't matter if you're a nice guy with rat-like features, there are nice guys who aren't, and they are not rare. New appearances are usually deceptive. It's a primal instinct, I guess. Do I? Sure, I think it might be because we're kind of wired that way. Throughout history, humans have looked for signs of health and strength in a partner to guarantee the continuance of our species, and those are mostly physical traits. Looks give off that good genes vibe, so they naturally get more attention. Personality, on the other hand, is more flexible and changes over time, which might be why it's not the first thing people notice. It's not perfect, but maybe it's just how we're wired. It gets us interested to know their personality, but make no mistake, if they are a me monster or codependent, I'm running, and if I didn't have that initial interest, my dick stays flaccid. And whose fault would that be? Who says I'm choosing looks? They just assuming it's about looks. Personality is just as superficial as a pretty face. Character is what's important, the little things add up. How someone goes about getting something from you tells you about two things: what they think of themselves and what they think of you. And how fast or slow they change their approach tells you how fixed in their beliefs they were. Because I like to have a good view while getting to know the fascinating details inside. Looks is the first thing you see. It is the first impression and can tell you so much about a person. How they groom themselves, what their preferred hairstyles are, etc. Like, for example, I live a reasonable, healthy lifestyle. Not super hard calorie counting or anything, just running, swimming, cycling, and either light gym sessions or calisthenics. And if someone is clearly not going to fit into that kind of lifestyle, then it would probably not work out. But then if someone got past that, then it would be all about personality and how we gel together. I would rather be with the 610 in terms of looks that I completely gel with rather than the 910 that we don't get along together with at all, since at the end of the day, love makes anyone 1010. Because a person's appearance influences their personality. I feel like I'm not allowed to look at people, so for me, I basically live in a world surrounded by disembodied personalities. I don't.